going to be out of Francisville.
I'll be responding from 25 and 521.
Okay.
Can you guys hear that radio chatter? Well, not right now, but did you hear it earlier? And let me know if you hear it again. So hopefully we can listen to that in the background while we analyze the audio from Libby's video. Okay, now the reason that I have the Broadcastify pulled up, because this is what Rick had, exactly what he had pulled up right around the time they were interviewing Kagan Klein, right? Somebody told him that Kagan Klein was talking. So always remember the date with Kagan Klein, August 19th. It's like an anniversary for him. It was the day they arrested him. It was the day they took him into ISP custody and he confessed. And it's also the same day that the FBI was kicked off the Delphi murder case. So 2021, 2022, and then 2023, they kicked the FBI off. So today I kind of tracked down his IP address, 172.78.12.213. I thought that was interesting. 213. There really wasn't much for Fujaka. There was a lot that came up under his other email address, the Rick 2045 at Frontier. So remember, he was interviewed October 13th. So he already knows something's going on, right? How does he know that? Why is he searching the Delphi murders before he's interviewed? Not only that, he's looking up kidnapping and hostage movies. Okay. So they're searching the Wabash River, September 6th. I think they finished September 28th. And then 2 weeks later, Rick is being interviewed. But he had this pulled up, broadcastify.com/listen/feed/33782. So that's what we're listening to. Carroll County Fire and EMS. So why is he so interested in what they're doing? And that also shows you that he's not that stupid, right? Maybe this is something he was doing during the murders. Listening to the scanner. Visited Delphi Community High School. There were always these rumors too that Rick had a younger helper. I don't know who that is. You know, it was just something that was always said. So let's see. So right around the time he's trying to figure out what the police are doing, he's also looking up somebody who appears to be on the varsity football team. Delphi football. Perhaps. September 2nd. Okay, here we are. August 19th. This is the day that Keegan Kline was in ISP custody along with Nick McClelland. There's a lot of rumors that are circulating about that whole ordeal. So it's right around this time we have all this activity. It's almost as if somebody was like, "Hey, Rick, guess what? It looks like Kagan's going to talk." It's like, it looks like he's confessing. Right? Searched for Delphi murders update. Before that, he wasn't even touching it. Last time he touched Google search was June 23rd. You want to know what that was for? So before he started looking up Delphi, and he's also kind of keeping it in the back of his mind not to type in the Delphi murders, right? He types in Google Delphi. Delphi. That's not working. Delphi, Delphi. Not working, not working, not working. Okay, fuck it. Delphi murders update. What's going on? Right, something's going on. There's activity. I'm getting all these calls. I'm getting all these messages. People are coming to see me. Like, hey, dude, you better get ready. Delphi murders update. Delphi murders update. And then the 19th, Keegan Kline is confessing. But before he's looking up Delphi and the Delphi murders, late at night, right? 9:30, his wife's probably already asleep. That's pretty much my bedtime. So before he's looking up the Delphi murders, he's looking up searched for most fucked up thing to watch on Netflix. You sad sack of shit, Rick. Like, what the hell's going on in that noggin of yours? Wonder what happened to him. I can't wait till he starts to talk. He's going to have a story to tell. I already know it. He's like, I can't tell my story without throwing everybody under the bus. I guarantee, I think his mom's probably at the top of that list. Seems to always be the case. Rick Snay's probation officer. What the fuck? I think it's unprofessional. If it's the same Rick Snay that I know, this is very unprofessional for his probation officer to be engaging in a live stream chat. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call you out on that. That's very Dr. Wally-ish of you. Walla-ish. What's up, She Warrior? Jerry, what's up? All right, guys. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. So what do you think about this? Really, the only time Rick is searching Google is, to check out the news, right? Are they on to me? Are they on to me? Am I going to get arrested today? Or to search for the most fucked up thing to watch. And I'm not here to gore shame. It's not my thing. But it always reminds me of the movie Serial Mom, right? Serial Mom. She's this perfect housewife. Um, Never wears white after Memorial Day. From the outside looking in, she looks perfect, right? She makes the pies. She brings her neighbors gifts. She's this gorgeous blonde, perfect family, perfect house, perfect husband. And then she has this rowdy son who's really into gory movies, right? The more blood, the better. And this whole time, everybody's thinking he's going to be the serial killer. Turns out it's his innocent soccer mom over here, serial mom. But when they realize what real murder is, right, they're disgusted. I think to quote the movie, it's not like it is in the movies, right? They think it's going to be like gooey, like cutting up a steak or something, but it's not. It's not like the movies. And this kind of reminded me of some of the searches that they found on the burner phones Kagan was using in Las Vegas. Check this out. Search for Texas elementary school shooting suspect. Don't you guys remember somebody was searching the victims of the Sandy Hook massacre on Kagan Klein's burner phone? Victims of the Sandy Hook massacre. What kind of a sick piece of shit is picking up their phone and typing in, I want to see the victims of the Sandy Hook massacre? Who the fuck are these people? Oh, it's just poor little Keegan Klein. He's a basement dweller. His daddy was mean to him. Fuck no. There could be more, honestly. If Richard Allen is tied to the Kleins, there could be more crimes. Absolutely. Rick Snae's probation officer. I'm not a robot. I enjoy the things normies do as well, such as a sleuth stream. Hey, I don't mind you being here. I'm just telling you, it's not professional. It's just not professional. But who am I to judge? Rick liked movies where kids get revenge for some reason. It's like a role reversal. He's like, if I could turn back time, they would torture me. What's up, Luna? Okay, Indiana News, June 17th. He's like, nope, I'm good. I'm good to go. So it makes me wonder if there was something that was going on around June 17th that might have triggered him. So when he's not checking the news to see if he's about to be arrested, what else is he looking up? Let me pick up my phone and type in deeply disturbing and terrifying movies on Netflix. That'll set the mood tonight at 11. Texas elementary school shooting suspect. Texas elementary school shooting. Delphi, Indiana news. Does anybody know what they redacted here? Not quite sure. Yeah, and this scanner's not very active. Been running for 13 minutes and I've only heard it a few times. Should I die now? Most horrifying thing I can watch. Jesus. So here, let's look up the Delphi murders. Delphi news. Nope, I'm good. Most horrifying thing I can watch. Most insidious thing I can watch. So insidious, horrifying, and disturbing. And dark. That's the real Rick. That not even his wife knows, right? She's probably asleep. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. He's up, drunk as fuck. April 27th, 2022. Most insidious thing I can watch. He's not looking up the funniest comedy of the year and then the most insidious thing. It's just dark shit, insidious, horrifying, and disturbing. Right? The same kind of piece of shit that would look up the victims of the Sandy Hook massacre. Right? Little children being murdered. Should I die now? Luna, right here. April 17th. Like, what the fuck is that? Here, let's type that in. See, should I die now? It says help is available. Speak with someone today. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. And then it even gives you the opportunity to click a call button. If you're thinking about Essing, read this first. This I feel icky just kind of fucking looking at this page. I just got like overwhelmed with this like gross feeling. Yeah, no, you can go back to that time frame on Google and search and see the exact results he would have seen. Let's see. All right, so I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I did look up the IP address. And it came out of Chicago. Well, Indiana, but near Chicago. Portage, Indiana. Also was still under that Frontier service. I hate to say, but Indiana is full of sickos, likely Rick and KK. The world, you guys. I know we feel safe most of the time, but our kids, remember these sick, sadistic people, it feels safe for us because they're not targeting us. They're targeting the vulnerable when we're not around, whether that be the handicapped, the young, even the old, the elderly. Shit, the Night Stalker, a few of his victims were senior citizens. He didn't give a shit. They don't care. Anything that adds to the amount of chaos that they're creating is it's all good for them. Great. All right, so time zone, Chicago. There's the coordinates, and I'll show you a close up. Portage, Indiana. So I'm not quite sure why the IP is pulling up here near the Portage Mall. Remember, he used to work over here. Jari, you're so right, Sleuth. It's so disturbing. Yeah, you guys have to be ready at all moments. And never let your kids go anywhere without you. I know it seems paranoid, but a lot of the stories that I do come across, these perpetrators will literally get out of their car, grab you, pick you up, and just take you. There's not much a kid can do in that situation. Kicking and flailing isn't going to do anything. So, whatever that means, you got Witten and Witten right here. I don't know what the fuck that is. Doesn't sound like criminal law, but it definitely does seem like an attorney. What's up, Vix? Cody, what up? Stephanie, good to see you. So we have we're listening to the radio chatter. I haven't heard anything yet. Broadcastify. So this is what Rick pulled up. I wonder if I could refresh it. Hold on. So while they were searching the Wabash River, for whatever reason, Rick is looking up the Delphi murders and he's also pulling up the police scanner. Doesn't that seem odd to you guys? And when he's not looking up Delphi news, it's either Delphi news, Delphi murders, police scanner, or the most fucked up thing I can watch on TV. Does that seem normal to you? Now I can understand if it was like today, I'm like, let's watch some fucked up shit. You know, I want to see some gore. And then the next day, I want to watch I want to watch the funniest comedy of the year. Give me a list of 10. Nope. Did you guys hear that? I just want to make sure you can hear the radio.
You see all along which one of the other one would you?
VPN, perhaps. That's what I was thinking, Grunge. But usually a VPN, I don't know. I think you would select somewhere like much further. I don't see him using a VPN and then selecting a location that he actually used to work near. But what's funny is a VPN that I used to have would default to Chicago for some reason. So it was funny. Anytime I could always tell when somebody was like trying to search my information and find out where I lived, they would always say, "Oh, you're from Chicago, right?" I'd be like, "Oh, you've been tracking my IP. Thanks. Good friend you are." Nope, not Chicago. So, what's going on, Vix? Some friend you are tracking my IP? Yeah. Fucking snakes. Fucking snakes. Right. So, when I'm not listening to scanners and searching for news on the Delphi murders and updates, seeing if I'm about to be arrested, I'm just looking up the most disturbing, most horrifying, most insidious, and the darkest shit that I can find on Netflix. Or, fuck it, should I die now? 1049. This is kind of giving you kind of a window into the mind of I don't know, I guess into a dark mind. A window into the dark mind of Richard Allen. Right? As soon as the wifey goes to sleep, right around 11, then it begins. He's all alone. Kind of like when he committed the murders of Abby and Libby. She had created a lot of space between him and herself. Right? Delphi murders, Delphi, Indiana news. Should I die? Should I die? Should I die? Darkest, insidious, horrifying, disturbing. Let's check the news, check the news, check the news, check the news. Let's see the weather. All right. Hopefully he's not planning anything. Right? Hopefully he's not looking for an unusually warm day. What else does he do when he comes on Google? Oh, he's looking up school shootings. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, and then he's back onto he needs to go a little bit further than disturbing. It needs to be deeply.
10-5 UGL tonight.
Deeply disturbing. What is wrong with this guy? Rick didn't do it. Poor little Ricky. And then in the meantime, Rick's over here. Most fucked up thing to watch on Netflix. Right? 2:52 a.m. This motherfucker's tweaking. Most fucked up thing to watch on Netflix at 3 in the morning. What the hell? Right? August 4th, out of nowhere. Right? The only time he's even looking on Google is when he's looking for the most fucked up thing to watch on Netflix. I mean, who doesn't do that? Right? I think they even have a category. If you guys go right now to Netflix, you know, they kind of have everything broken into categories. I think that's one of their categories. It's totally fine, totally normal. Hey, what's up, Cody? WWE fan. Go check out his YouTube channel. It's pretty good. I've been subscribed for 3 years now. Broyne City. Little Ricky. Drunk as fuck. Yeah, if you're not kind of seeing what I'm seeing here. So right before Kegan Kline is yanked out of prison, he's yapping his mouth, right? August 4th. Somebody told Rick right here. Right? The only time he's using Google is for this weird stuff. And then August 4th, somebody gives him the heads up. Kagan's talking, bro. He's talking. Looks up Delphi. Nothing. Nothing. All right. I might have to, let's see. Delphi. Delphi. If I type it twice, it won't look suspicious. But it might kind of register what I'm trying to find. All right, fuck it. Delphi murders update. Now he's paranoid and drunk because it's getting late. The later he gets, the drunker he gets. The Delphi murders update. The next day, 6:47. Delphi, he's paranoid. And how does he know what's going on with the Delphi murders? None of us knew this. None of us knew that there was any activity with the Delphi murders, but somehow he knew that he was about to get arrested and Kegan Kline was about to snitch. So August 5th, nothing. And then on the 19th, this is the day that Kegan Kline actually goes into ISP custody, and they list him as a confidential informant. I mean, I have the paperwork. So that very day, Rick is paranoid. Look, Delphi, Indiana News. He can't. Every minute he's searching. But in the middle of it all, he's searching for Delphi football too. Delphi football, community high school. And now, let's see, following September 6th, smack dab in the middle of at the beginning of the river search. It went for 5 weeks and concluded on September 28th. 2 weeks later, Rick was being interviewed. So look, they're searching the river. We don't know what the hell's going on. We wouldn't hear about anything. I think the murder sheet finally dropped something. I think actually right around this time. So the murder sheet may have dropped that information about the river search, and this could be what's triggering him or prompting him. Somebody might want to verify that. But either way, they're searching the Wabash River, and he is fully vested. He's even listening. He's got this very Broadcastify up, Carroll County Fire and EMS. Now we're going to close that down now. It's not very active anyway. But you guys get the picture on that. Okay, this is going to be the audio from Libby's video of the bridge guy. Now, me personally, I found a lot of anomalies. I can hear other people's voices. Sounds like there's more people with Abby and Libby or nearby. But when it comes to sound, it's very tricky. Like, we don't all hear the same things, you guys. We're not all hearing the same thing. There's some things that you can hear that younger people can hear as well, that as you get older, you'll start to, your hearing will start to deteriorate and you'll no longer be able to pick up that frequency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to isolate it the best that I can. And bring it out the best that I can. And I don't know why this keeps doing that. Maybe I have to do this. There we go. So I'm just going to play it without touching it, just so you guys can see an unedited version. Plus, I want to make sure you guys can hear it. What's up, Boston?
See, this is the path that we go down. There's no path going there, so we have to go down here. Hi.
Okay. So what we're going to do, first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn it up. And we might even double it up. Okay. Now, I can hear right here a man's voice clearly. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. But there's a man's voice that says yes. Did you hear that? Somewhere in here. I'm going to try to turn it up for you, Tara. Because I tried to kind of isolate it and make it to where you guys can hear it, but I think it kind of fell flat. So I want to make another effort at that. Okay, listen very closely. Okay, right there. Did you hear that? Yes. Almost even sounds drunk. Yes. Here, let's loop it and just play that part. That is another person out there. And it's a guy saying yes. So now let's play it again. The whole thing, or that whole beginning part. So right after you hear somebody say, "Is he right there?" and Libby kind of saying, "Yeah," like whispering, like, "Yeah, yeah." Right before that, you hear somebody say, "Yes." Right, there could have been a conversation going on before Libby was recording. So it's almost like right in the middle of a recording or in the middle of a conversation, she begins recording. So I'm going to run it back. Okay, here, I'm going to try something else as well. Let's put this back up for a second. I'm going to isolate that and just kind of export it out real quick, and then we can listen to that and turn it up even more than what we are now. Okay, there it is. Okay, so if Abby's asking, is he right there? How do we know that she's not asking, is the guy that we're here to meet right there? How do we know he's not underneath the bridge right there, talking from underneath? Libby might have asked, "Are you here?" And then she starts recording, and then he says, "Yes." And then Abby says, "Is he right there?" She's like, "Yes." Right? Forget the guy who's behind me. Tara says you heard it. Okay. Boston, what the hell? Can you slow it down? I mean, we can, but there's no reason to slow it down. It's just going to sound like. It's going to sound all weird. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely a guy's voice. Okay, so nobody ever talks about that. But it's clearly a guy's voice. Let's just ignore that part. Let's play a little bit more. Yeah, and I'm totally confused on how they did the editing on this part. Because if this is the original, there's no reason it should sound like this. So this definitely is not the original audio. Is he right there? Is he right there? Right? We're here to meet somebody. Is he right there? She's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So do I, Tara.
See, this is the...
Okay. And then I hear another man's voice right here.
See, this is...
Right. Abby says something, and a man responds to her.
See, this is the... See, this is the path. See,
It almost sounds like a guy on a phone. Can you hear that? It's almost like somebody standing there with the phone and saying, hey, well, I have Anthony Shots on the phone. Or something. It almost sounds like a radio or a telephone or maybe under the bridge. To me, it sounds like Abby is saying, get in front of me. Almost like with a little bit of like familiarity. Get in front of me. Like, get in front of me. Like, you get in front of me. And then there's a man's voice from behind that says, you go first. Get in front of me. You go first. Here, let me go ahead and isolate this one real quick. What's up, Grizz? Sleuth, did they go through his phone to see if he was on his phone with someone while he was on? No, they don't have access to his phone. According to Kathy, there was a Razor phone that he dropped and ran over with the lawnmower. You know what I mean? Like, she's going to ask what happened to your phone. He's got to have a story. He's got to have something to say. And he also has to have an explanation for why he destroyed it. Get in front of me. Get in front of me. And then somebody in the behind or underneath says, you go first. It almost sounds like they're underneath. It's like, you go first. Yeah, I wish I could make it louder. Here, maybe we'll do this. That's too distorted. Kind of thought it would do that. I hear, get me off here. Let me see. Yeah, that's not what I'm hearing, Miss JoJo. I'm either hearing get in front of me, get in back of me, or get him Becky. But when I really listen to it, and because I think Abby had a little bit of a lisp, or like it kind of seems like a speech impediment or something. So if you keep that in mind, it sounds like get in front of me, get in front of me. And then somebody from behind or underneath says, you go first. It's a man's voice. Say, if you really listen to it, get in front of me. Get in front of me. She says it kind of funny, almost like with a little bit of attitude, like she's upset, like get in front of me. Like, why are you creeping behind me? Almost as if she knows this person. Like they've already talked before. Get in front of me. You go first. So I want you to listen to that part right after she says that. There's a man's voice that says, you go first. And it's almost as if they're yelling from underneath the bridge, you go first. And all you can hear is the sound coming through the rails or the trestles. Get in front of me. You go first. All right, let's put that all together. Yes.
the path that we go down.
So that's that be a gun. Whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
That we go down. 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 Path. Path. That we go down. Path. That we go down. Path.
Yeah, I hear she's talking about a path, right? So if she's talking about a path and the path goes down, she's saying there's the path that we go down, and she's kind of mumbling it in a low voice, like she's not talking to Abby yet. She's still narrating her video. That's the hill. But at the same time, she's kind of noticing out of the corner of her eye that this guy is coming. Like, I wonder why this guy is still coming towards us, right? She's probably thinking lots of people come on the bridge. People love to cross the bridge. They cross it all the time. So out of the corner of her eye, she's thinking, man, I wonder why this guy's coming all the way over here. Typically, a man wouldn't do that, right? With two young kids, but yet here he's coming. So it's distracting her from narrating. So she's telling somebody on the video, this is the hill, and she's about to say that this is the hill that we go down, but instead she's saying, this is the hill, distracted, we go down. And it sounds like that be a gun, but really she's distracted at that very moment, and she's kind of mumbling. Now, remember, they just downloaded 2 photos from Instagram of the very location that they're almost at. Like, in order to get to that location where those photos were taken, you would have to cross the bridge, go down that hill, and basically go to where Rick Allen was trying to take them. So the place that Rick was trying to take them is the same location that's in the photographs that they downloaded on Instagram. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. With Kind Master, you can slow it down and keep the pitch. That sounds wonderful. What's up, Frank? What's up, Frank? I'm almost positive it's Don't Leave Me, Libby, in a playful. You guys need to put your headphones on. I want you to go do this on your own. I want you to listen to it, not through your phones and not through your computer. Miss JoJo. Yeah, you can hear it. You go first. Get in front of me. You go first. Yeah. Here, let me pull this back up for you. Your friendly neighborhood hiker over here. Right? The most disturbing. When I'm not looking up the Delphi murders, I'm looking up the most disturbing shit you can watch on Netflix. Oh, man. Crazy.
Pass. That'll be a dog. Pass. That'll be a dog. Pass. There's no path going there.
Right.
So
She just literally said, "This is the path that we go down." And then like 2 seconds later, she's talking about the path. This is the path that we go down. She's not, I don't think
going
she's
there,
saying
so we have to go
anything
down
about a
here.
gun. But I do hear some frustration from Abby. Like, you told me, like, all I had to do was cross the bridge. Right? We crossed the bridge. Here I am. She's like, oh my God. Like, we got to go down there now. Libby's like, yeah, that's it. We're going to go down here and then that's it. Like, in order to get there, we got to go down here. She's like, oh God, got me crossing this bridge. So it's almost like they don't even notice the guy, really. Like, she's kind of a little distracted by him. Like, I wonder why he's still walking out here. And I think he kind of sneaks up on him. So let me play the actual video so that you guys can work on it yourselves and you'll know where they're at. Right there. Yes. Okay, so if Libby just got to the bridge, right? You hear a man's voice. She hits record. And right after she hits record, you hear somebody say yes. Yes. And it almost sounds like he's under the bridge. And she has the camera pointed down there like this. Look. To me, it sounds like the yes is coming from under here. Like she walked up and said, "Are you there?" And she's pointing down at him. Let's take a look at Under the Bridge. This is from, I think, yeah, this is Bill, Delphi timeline. He's kind of showing us the area there. This is the hill that we go down. One of these he kind of shows, yeah, it's not these. Hold on. Might be the last one. He gives us a good idea. He gives a good look at Under the Bridge. Yeah, there we go. So now you could actually stand, you can actually sit up here. There's like graffiti up underneath here, and there's a place to sit. So if you're standing right here and Libby walks over you and you're like, "Hey." And she's like, "Oh, is that you?" And he's like, "Yeah, come down here. I'm down here." And then the video starts. She starts recording for whatever reason. I don't know if it was for her safety, for documentation, or to bust Kagan Klein, right? With the whole junior detectives theory. So if you really analyze the audio, you can hear a man's voice right at the beginning. So she hits record. You hear a voice right about here that says yes. And she's literally filming down underneath the bridge right there. Like she has it pointing down. And Abby says, "Is he there?
See, this
Is he right there? Is he there?" Is he right there? Right? Like the guy, she's there to go meet a guy, right? This handsome guy, Anthony Schatz. She passes over the top of somebody that's underneath the bridge. Is that you? Yes. Abby says, is he right there? She's like, he's here. Right? Fuck this guy that's behind us. Everybody likes to cross the bridge. We're not even worried about him.
See, this is the path that we go down.
And it's even almost like the you go first was meant for Rick. Right? This is where the you go first is.
See, this is. See, this.
So it's almost like somebody underneath the bridge is telling Rick, you go first. Like, you bring him down here. I'm not going to come up there. That's pointless. Bring him down here.
This is the path that we go down. There's no path going there, so we have to go down here.
See, they're not even looking towards the bridge. They're like looking down this path. And the whole time, Rick's just getting closer and closer and closer.
Hi.
They're like, hi. Like, you're just some guy, right? Hi. Like, what? Like, it's kind of weird that you're over here talking to us. Like, hi. But now that you're talking to us, you're obviously just somebody that's saying hi to us, right? Like, hey, you having fun out here? Well, it was kind of scary to cross that bridge. I'm going to go back. Wish me luck. Right? That's what a normal person would do. A normal person probably wouldn't even talk to the kids. Right? A normal person would have seen the kids over there in a vulnerable spot and said, I don't want to alarm them. Right? I'm just walking right towards these kids. There's nobody else out here. I'm not going to do that. It's like a whole different conversation. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tell me what you find. Did you isolate it, turn it up, and listen to every syllable? What's up, TJ? What's up, Taynam? First time I ran it through Logic back when it was full video and therefore audio became available. It sealed the deal for me for it being Richard Allen. She takes a breath and then says, guys, exhale, then who's down there? Exhale, so I hear, guess who's down there? Hey, Blind Squirrel, what's up? Can AI work on the enhancement of the audio? I don't think so. What you need is some really good equipment, some compressors. But I mean, I can hear it clear as day. All right. So we're going to kind of finish up with that. And we're going to go listen to Rick's phone calls. I feel like every time I go over this information, I find something new. Yeah, the yes is clear as day. The rest can be kind of pareidolia. It all could be pareidolia, actually. But to me, that's what I can hear, right? Even thinking to myself, are you hearing pareidolia? Apophenia. They even have very similar markers EQ wise, even with the different quality of audio. It hits the same spots in the treble, mid, bass frequencies. It's Richard Allen's voice. Yeah, but it still makes me wonder if the guys is somebody else, right? The guys is finally somebody kind of stepping out from the shadows, saying guys, and then Rick steps up, down, get down the hill. Yeah, that was kind of creepy. It could be. Boston makes you wonder. All right, we're going to start with November 14th, 2022.
For English, press. For a collect
Can
call,
you guys hear that?
press 0. For a debit, please enter your PIN number now.
Turn it up a little bit.
Your current balance is $50.00. Please enter the area code and phone number you are calling now.
Sent by the free Ricky Bay Colt.
Please hold. Please wait while your call is being connected. Please hold.
Hello, this is a free call from
Ricky.
An
Sticky
inmate
Ricky.
at the Indiana Department of Corrections, Westville Correctional Facility.
To accept this free call, press 0. To refuse this free call,
I'm surprised the first question he doesn't ask Kathy is there any new Insidious movies? Is there any really sick shit coming out on Netflix that I'm missing out on?
hang up or press 1. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording.
Thank you for using GTL.
Hey, are you there?
Hey, yeah.
Hey, okay.
I'm sorry, hon. I'm trying to keep this together.
Oh, hon.
I don't want to upset you anymore. All I want to do is be able to help you. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So, I'm not saying anything, but if it gets to a point that it's too much, you just need to call the investigators and tell them to come and get me and bring me to you, and I'll tell them whatever they want me to tell them.
See, I feel like I missed that part too originally. He says, he's kind of being strategic. He's like, without saying too much, you just let me know, and then I'll confess.
For English, press. For a collect call, press 0. For a debit, please enter your PIN number now.
Oops, sorry.
Correctional Facility. Thank you for using.
I don't want to upset you anymore. All I want to do is be able to help you. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So, I'm not saying anything, but if it gets to a point that it's too much, you just need to call the investigators and tell them to come and get me and bring me to you, and I'll tell them whatever they want me to tell them. 'Cause whatever it is they want me to say, I'll just say it.
No.
So I want to be able to make this stand for you. And for everybody else concerned because of this. I love you too much. And every time I talk to you, I feel like it's going to be the last time I get to talk to you.
I know. I
wish I could hug you.
Now, the reason that he's telling Kathy, I feel like this is the last time I'm going to talk to you, is because Rick was planning to jump off of the sink and smash his face into the toilet. That was his plan to kill himself. Now you guys understand why it's so important to take this type of individual, and it might be strange, might be the first time this has ever happened, but this is why they took him out of Carroll County and threw him over in Westville. They needed somebody to watch him day and night. This dude was planning. I even heard a rumor that he tried to take the net off of a basketball hoop. That never came up and it has never been published anywhere, so don't go quoting me that. But I had a source that told me that that happened, that he was trying to take the basketball net off and was going to use it to strangle himself later. But it was brought up during the trial that he was planning on getting up on top of his sink, jumping from his sink, and landing in a certain way on his toilet that it would snap his neck.
I can't explain what's been going on.
Oh.
I don't want you to worry about me.
Yeah.
I'm a man and I'll take care of myself, but I'm worried about you. And that's all I do is worry about you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you let everybody else know how much I love them, won't you?
You need to hang in there, honey,
What's up with
okay?
respect?
Huh?
Mostly.
You need to just hang in there because they're going to get you an attorney soon, okay?
Will you just let everybody know how much I love them?
Of course I will. They already know, hon. They all know.
No, they don't.
No, they
Yes,
don't.
do.
Nobody loves me anymore.
Stop. That's not true.
I know. I'm
Not
sorry.
true.
I'm
Not
sorry.
true. Okay?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
I know what you told me. I know what you told me, and I believe you.
I wonder what she told him.
I just, knowing I'm never going to see you again, or at least it feels that way. I'm just saying, if it gets too hard, just tell them to cut and get me and bring me to see you, and I'll tell them whatever they want me to say.
No.
See, look how fucking weird he is. It's like, all I want is to be near you. I'll fucking confess. I'll do anything. I can't live without you. Like, he just seems like such a pathetic weirdo.
Okay. I don't need you to try and be strong for me. Okay?
He's like, I don't want you to try and be strong, blah, 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 blah. She's probably like, damn, this is like a blessing. Like, it sucks that I married the Delphi killer, but man, I fucking hated you. I ignored you. I didn't know what you were doing. You're always fucking wilding out, drinking too much and fucking acting like a little whiny bitch. And I can hear it in her voice. She's like, no, like doing her nails. Like, yeah, you hang in there. Yeah, we're going to get an attorney for you soon there. Yep. And he's just like, Kathy, you there? Hello? And she's like, oh, yep, I'm here. Yeah. Keep eating your poop, toilet soup and whatnot. Don't jump off, the sink and things like that.
You need to be weak. You need to be held. You take care of yourself, okay? Okay? I know. But you need to get the help you need. I can't hug you. I can't tell you anything.
He went pretty high right there.
Okay? I know. But you need to get the help you need. I can't hug you. I can't tell you hug you. I 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 can't tell you anything that's going to make you feel better.
Oh, yeah, they turned him out.
Please make sure if you need Mom or Britt or anybody that you're going to them,
They gave him that Odinism.
Did you get back to work?
No,
Okay.
they don't want me there.
They don't?
They're afraid for me.
He's like, go back to work. You know, just do normal shit. She's like, yeah, they fired my ass. They don't want anybody that married a sick, sadistic child killer. Like, what? Like, what are you, stupid? They fired me, you dumb fuck. You sick piece of shit.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Dave Sims. Keep eating your poop, toilet soup.
Pray for
You got me
them
all
all,
cooped.
Okay.
so just do the best I
I
And they
can.
ain't got no proof.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, baby.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I'm sorry, baby. Just one more thing. I fucked up for you.
She's like, yeah, mm-hmm.
I
You
just love
sure
you so
did.
much, babe.
I love you too, honey.
Okay. I'm not gonna keep calling.
No,
I wish
it's
I could
okay.
see. I wish I could see you, babe. You don't know what I'd give to see you just one more time. Because I don't know what I'm gonna get. But you just know that
Jojo.
if anything happens, I'll
Yeah,
see
he
you
is
in the
full of
next
shit,
lifetime.
literally and
I
physically.
swear I will. Okay.
Literally and metaphorically.
Okay. You take care of the family.
Yeah,
for me.
he's
I
got a
love you
switch.
all.
He's got that psycho switch.
Okay. Bye bye. It's good to hear your voice.
I love
Bye
you.
bye.
Okay. It's going to cut us off.
God. The fact that Abby and Libby had to listen to that motherfucker before they passed away, it's hard to accept that shit. But I guarantee you Kathy is happy that he's in prison.
For English, press 1. For a collect
And if she
call,
didn't know
press
anything about this
0.
crime, I hope
For-
that she goes
please
on and
enter
lives
your
a
PIN
great
number
life.
now.
I hope she finds a new man that treats her well and doesn't act like such a bitch.
Your current balance is $28.40. Please enter the area code and phone number you are calling now.
Bye-bye. Hit the switch. Okay, gotta go now. Gotta go back to being called a child murderer 24 hours
Please
a day
hold.
and have people tell me to
Please
kill
wait
myself
while
all
your
day.
call is being connected.
I mean, he was saying that shit himself already, right? Should I die now? Should I die now? Told Wally he was too much of a bitch to do it himself. That's why he killed Abby and Libby. Just another sadistic psycho story. Question is, how do we not become victims of people like him? That's it. How do we not
Please
become
hold.
victims ourselves? How do we protect our
Hello.
family?
This is a prepaid
From Richard
debit
Allen's.
call from
Ricky.
Ricky.
An inmate at the Indiana Department of Corrections, Westville Correctional Facility.
To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call, hang up or press. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording.
Thank you for using GTL.
Hey,
Hello?
good morning.
Oh, God.
How are
Good
you?
to hear from
Fucking
you.
Bates Motel.
Yeah. Been trying to get a hold of Kathy all morning, but this
What's going on,
stupid phone
TJ?
system doesn't seem to be working right about half the time.
It cut us off, yes.
And I don't blame her, TJ.
Friday, didn't it?
I don't blame her.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
I mean, how do you just accept something like that?
I got
It's
a hold
crazy.
of her once today, and then it cut us off before I had a chance to really talk to her, and I haven't been able to get her back since. So,
Okay.
I was just curious to see if it would let me through to you. So, that's
Uh-huh.
good.
He can't get a hold of her.
They had a lot of real bad storms.
I wonder if Kathy was like screening her calls. Or maybe it was just ringing off the hook or something. I don't know. But I feel like anytime he talks to anybody but Kathy, He's like, "Where's Kathy? She won't answer my calls." Shit, I don't blame her.
Oh, in Delphi or?
Well, in this whole, in all of Indiana, there was tornadoes and everything.
I thought I heard something about tornadoes. I know we had a little bit of hail at one point, but
Oh, let's go to Dave. Absolutely. What you are hearing is manipulation. He couldn't control anything else in that moment, so he manipulated her, hoping she would feel bad for him. Yeah, he's the victim. I guarantee you that he blames somebody else for why he did what he did to Abby and Libby. Right? He probably blames Kathy. Right? If she wasn't ignoring me, I wouldn't have drank so much. I wouldn't have been upset. I wouldn't have been so angry. Right? If she hadn't have been so distant recently, I would have been there under her wing where I belong. Fucking ball and chain wrapped around her leg, being spoon fed while she does her best to like ignore him. Right? They asked her in an interview, like, did you notice what he was doing, what he was saying? She's like, I don't even look at him. So he must be like some kind of annoying twerp.
oh,
I will-
I haven't
I
slept
will-
all night.
They may not have internet or anything either.
Yeah, because he had the freedom to
still
do
there?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cheeks. Everybody says, oh, he was in solitary confinement, but he could literally call whoever he wanted, whenever he wanted. He could listen to music and fucking watch videos and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, if you talk to Kathy today and I haven't yet, just tell her I'm okay.
Do you tell Kathy I'm fucking looking for her, and she better not be with Brad and Andy again at that damn suite. You tell her when I call, she better pick up.
And I'll talk to her as soon as I'm able to get through to her.
Oh, okay. I will.
Yeah, the tablet.
All right. Hey, are you going to church today?
Yeah.
Good. Where are you going to church at?
Okay, did you notice that this is he gives everybody their own special form of manipulation. He has it tailored to match each individual. And it kind of goes with how he was with law enforcement and why he hoped that his stories would never cross the way they did, right? The story he told Kathy, the story he told Dan Doolin, and the story he told his pool buddies or whatever. As long as he could keep everything separated, he would be fine. So as long as Kathy and the police and his friends weren't all in the same room at the same time, where they can tell that he told different stories, everything would be A-okay. So for his mom, what he's doing is he's going the religious route, right? If he's going to confess, he needs to know that he's not going to be alone, right? I need Kathy to be there because I need to get updates on what's going on with my daughter, and I need to be able to get messages to her and to get updates about her progress. And then I also need my mother because she's my mom. She's going to do things for me. She's going to bring me things. She's going to come see me. And she's going to update me on family things on that side. So that's all he cares about is himself and how it's going to affect him. So he's manipulating his mom the only way he knows how, with the Bible. So I want you to notice how they're about to end the call, and then he remembers that he was going to go ahead and run this game on her. So notice that.
They may not have internet or anything either.
You still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, if you talk to Kathy
See, they're about to
today
hang
and
up
I
here.
haven't yet, just tell her I'm okay, and I'll talk to her as soon as I'm able to get through to her.
Oh, okay.
And then he's like, no, wait.
All right. Hey, are you going to church today?
Yeah.
Good. Where are you going to church at? I didn't even know you were.
It's Story Church. It's there at the Roxy Theater in Peru.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Why there? What made you decide to go there?
Colleen, my
Acting like
friend,
he's interested.
who started going, and
Oh, we're
I
going.
started.
From one Christian to another. What made you want to choose that church? I really want to know.
Going
I started
after I wrecked the van.
I wrecked the van.
When did you wreck the van?
Okay, so she might be a little reckless. She started going to church after she wrecked the van. I wonder, was she throwing a little, a couple of those martinis back? Maybe, mimosas? Start going to church after she wrecked the van. I wonder what happened. Remember, Rick was known for wrecking vehicles at about 3 a.m. Wonder what time that accident happened.
Oh, it was in what? February
February
of last year.
Oh my God, you've
Shit, there might be an incident report from February of last year.
been going to church that long?
Well, I've been going probably for I'd say since last.
Yeah. Cheek says he does not care what they feel. He just wants them to feel something. Pity, love, hate. He needs a feeling. I feel like sometimes he's trying to figure out something too, right? He's trying to figure out how they feel about him, or he can't just he doesn't know how to talk normal. Like, hey, what are you thinking? Like, what's on your mind? Like, tell me what's going on. Like, how you feeling? You can talk to me. But instead, because he doesn't know how to talk, they don't have a real relationship. He's such a fucking basket case, which is apparent now, right? It's completely obvious. He has to kind of go through some kind of manipulation to get those simple answers, right? So if he acts like a little whiny little bitch, like we know that he is, he can kind of figure out whether she believes he did it. Will she forgive him? Is she on his side? It's like he's kind of putting his feelers out there. Like, where are you at, Kathy? Like, are you upset? And almost like he's even trying to control her in what direction she should be, right? Like, this is how you need to be, Kathy. Like, I'm trying to sheepdog you emotionally, trying to kind of mold you into what. And then, as you notice in the call, eventually she does start crying in a high pitch. It's almost like that's what he was trying to bend her to do.
Last summer.
How did I not know you were going to church?
How did I not know?
Well, I just
As a
started
devout
going,
Christian, I
and
tell you,
then I
how did I
decided
not
I
know?
needed to get back with God again.
My name is in every Christian circle around this Carroll County. How did I not know?
And I figured he's been sparing my life for a reason all these years.
Now, don't forget, Rick's real dad is a rock star. He's a country rock and roll artist. Semi successful. Not bad, too. I love rebel country music. It's not the best, not the worst. Yeah, it's a little catchy. I don't know. Maybe we can hear a little bit of it. Let's see. So, if she's a little groupie and Rick doesn't even know his father, I mean, that could be a big part of his issue. You know, he could have some problems with that, some mommy issues. Let's see. Bluebird, like an angel. Let's see. Which one should we listen to? Let me show you guys what I'm looking at here. So his real father, Roger Gorham. So he has like this whole other family. And his father eventually married a woman and like actually held down a family, right? Wasn't just knocking up groupies. But poor Rick, he didn't know his father. And if you have this woman who marries another man and he's really mean to Rick, I believe him when he said that he was molested. I believe him. Question is, who did that to him? I think he believes he can always just con them into feeling what he wants. He just wants, to remain living in their heads. Yeah, somehow like pulling on their heartstrings or their emotions. Dave says dependent narcissist. Yep, I'm picking that up. Yep. TJ agrees. Fragile self esteem, need for control, victim mentality, emotional dependency, abusive patterns, childhood rooted. Absolutely. That's what I'm picking up is on some kind of childhood drama. And Rick even told Dr. Waller that all of the bad things that happened to him when he was very young, he started experimenting with boys and girls. So when he says he molested his sister, there's no reason for her to remember it now. If he was 10, she would have been like 4 years old when he was 10, you know? So if he's doing all these horrible things at that point, because he says that's when the trouble started. That's when the trouble started. So there's the connection between him and the Kleins. You know, it's this pedophile thing. What's up, Patty? All right. The song that I like is It's in the Bloodline. Let me see if I can find it. Pause that. Let's see. Don't You Know Why, Fix Me, Forever Time, Lord and My Grandpa, Not Going to Let Myself Go, Mansion on the Hill, Bluebird, Footprints in the Haze.
I think we're going to go with you guys. That's great.
Like an Eagle. Yeah, it must be in the other album. Blown by Circumstance. Like the title and the names of the songs are really weird. Like, what does that mean? Blown by Circumstance. What are you trying to say, buddy? All right, where is it? Oh, here it is. Bloodlines.
You say you will, and then you won't. You say you do, and then you don't. You said you love me, and you know.
So right here, you can kind of picture Rick's mom, like in the audience, like, "Oh my God, yeah!" And then poor Ricky, you know, doesn't get to meet his father anymore, ever.
You keep me guessing, and I don't know why. And then you ask me why, and all I can say that it's in the bloodline.
Shit. It's in the bloodline now. It's in the bloodline now.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. And
Oh, there's that
I'm
switch
glad
again.
that I'd say
Let me
since
pull that back.
last summer.
How did I not know you were going to church?
Well, I just started going,
crazy.
and then I decided I needed to get back with God again.
That's
And I
good.
figured he's been sparing my life for a reason all these years.
Yeah, it would, Cheeks. It's going on the soundtrack.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. And I'm glad that I did because I wouldn't have made it through all this without him.
Yeah. So,
Switch.
did Kathy tell you that I told her the other day that
He's been planning
accepted
this.
the Lord Jesus Christ as my Savior?
Oh no! That's so wonderful. Oh.
I didn't know. She told you or not.
Squeaky motherfucker.
God's really important to me right now. I just, to hear you say that you've been going to church for that long again just makes me happy.
It makes me happy. Makes me happy. And that Kathy's going and all that.
Yeah. Okay, well, I can go on all day, but
He was triggered by that.
I'm
Look,
gonna
she
try to
mentions.
get a hold of Kathy again.
Look, she
You've been
mentions
going to
Kathy,
church
and he's
for
fucking
that
triggered.
long again just makes me happy.
Watch this.
It makes me happy. Makes me happy.
Mentions
and that
Kathy.
Kathy's going and all that.
Yeah.
Watch, listen. Switch.
Okay, well, I can go on all day, but I'm going to try to get a hold of Kathy again, and if not, then I'm going to fall asleep at some point because I haven't slept. So
Yeah, she's ducking his calls.
hopefully I can get a hold of her before I fall asleep, but if not, I know that I've talked to you and that you'll let her know that I'm okay now.
I will.
I've got a family that's always going to love me no matter what. And
Right.
Yes, you
and
do.
I've got God, so.
Okay, so the way I see this is he doesn't have God. He needs his mother to believe that in order for her, right? It's her right it's her duty as a Christian to forgive him. Right? So in order to keep his mom on board, he has to manipulate her into thinking that he's a reborn or he's born again. But that's just his way of keeping her. He's preparing to confess is what's happening, right? In order for everything to be right, he needs to confess. So he's just getting everything in order. He's very organized. It's probably why he was trying to go into accounting. It's how his mind is very compartmentalized.
And I know that Kathy's got God and you've got God, and
Yeah.
that's good enough for me. So
Yeah.
I know that he is not going to let this last forever, and
No, it's
that
not.
we're all going to be back together eventually.
Yeah.
He'll make that happen.
I got news for you, Rick.
It may be tomorrow. It may be.
He's got a big surprise waiting for him.
6 months from now, it may be when we're together again in heaven that it's going to happen. And
Just say hi to Michael Klunder for me.
I just think God's
Just
going to
keep
work a
my faith
miracle
and-
through all this.
Yeah, I think he already has. I mean, Kathy sent me a Bible. I didn't accept God into my life
Oh, he's gonna go see his real daddy,
until
the devil.
March 21st of 2023. So that's what, a week ago, week and a half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I never would have done it if I hadn't started reading the Bible. And I wouldn't have read the Bible if Kathy hadn't sent it to me. And
She's been trying for a long time to get one to you.
And I questioned,
It's
when
in the
I called her
bloodline.
and tried to tell her that I had accepted God. I struggled to know if it was really this Bible and if this was actually a Bible, because I don't know if you know this or not, but the Bible that she got me doesn't even say the Holy Bible on it, on the front.
Yeah, but it's just worded so you can understand it better.
Sure. I didn't know if you knew that. It just, on the front it says the message, so.
I wonder if she treated him like that his entire life. Right? It's the Bible for dummies.
I mean, doesn't even say the Holy Bible on it.
It was a
on the
comic
front.
book Bible.
Yeah, but it's just worded so you can understand.
It was a pop-up Bible. Like, oh, cool. It's got the pyramid. You got Moses over here. Cool. What's on the next page? I wasn't sure it was really a Bible because everything popped up.
Understand it better.
Sure. I didn't know
Sure,
if you knew
sure, I
that.
get
It
that
just,
part, Mom.
on the front it says the message. So after I accepted God into my life or accepted Jesus Christ as my Savior and
And all that
and
jazz.
got into my life and told Kathy that she told me that first she had to convince me that I was actually reading the Bible.
Yeah.
And then I asked her where she got the Bible from, and she said that Dr. Frank had given it to her.
Yeah.
Dr. Frank is
And,
giving it to her.
So today I was calling her because I wanted to make
Who's
sure
Dr.
that
Frank?
the next time she saw Dr. Frank, I wanted her
Quote unquote, Dr. Frank.
to thank Dr. Frank for saving my life
Oh.
by giving her a Bible.
Yes.
Because
Yeah, I don't think the public has any rights to
probably
that.
wouldn't have a Bible today.
Yeah.
So this was the same kind of crying bullshit that he was doing on Kathy. Let's see how it works on his mom.
She had been trying to
Stone cold.
one of the lawyers could get one to you and that.
She's cold.
But she really wanted you to have the.
See, that's the difference between Kathy and his mom. His mom seems really cold. Like he starts crying and she didn't even flinch. And then he just gives up right away.
Once he'd been reading.
She's like, yeah, anyway.
Okay, well, I'm going to go now and try to get hold of Kathy. And
Rick's like, oh, yeah, that shit don't work on this
hopefully I
one.
can get a hold of her tonight because I'm probably going to fall asleep at some point.
Okay.
Okay.
I love you.
We love you.
Mom. Bye.
Mhm.
Bye.
Clench your butt.
For English, press 1. For a
April
collect call,
3rd,
press 0.
2023.
For a debit call, please enter your PIN number now. Your current balance is $20.75.
$20,000
Please
from
enter
the
the
Ricky
area
Bay
code and
fan
phone number
club.
you are calling now.
$20,000.
Please hold. Please wait while your call is being connected.
Absolutely, Dave. Absolutely. I agree with you.
Please hold.
Don't let
Hello,
anybody steal
this
your
is
love.
a free call from
Ricky.
Rick is. I
an
don't think Rick
inmate
knows what
at the
love
Indiana
is.
Department of Corrections, Westville Correctional Facility. To accept this,
Right? I don't think he's ever known his father. His father ended up having a really great family. He has all these half brothers and sisters that nobody even knows about. Right? He has a whole nother family that he never got to see or be involved with. Instead, he might have lived a horrendous life, according to him. I think there's going to be a story there. When Rick starts talking, I think he's going to have a lot to say, right? It wasn't his fault. This is why he did it. And I think he's going to have a lot of people to throw under a pretty big bus.
free call, press 0. To refuse this free call, hang up. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording.
thank you for using GTL.
The private ones, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Are you there?
If it's during a trial, I think
Yes,
you
babe.
can, or if it ended up
babe.
being part of a trial.
What's going on?
I could be wrong,
I
TJ.
wanted to apologize to you.
What's going on, sweetheart?
Hey, 95
it.
Jay Burns is in the building.
You
What
know,
up?
I did it.
What?
Here, let me take this
killed
back.
Abby.
This free
This
call,
is one of the
press
most
0.
important ones here.
To refuse this
Good to
free
see you,
call,
Julie.
hang up.
Julia.
This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording.
Thank you for using GTL.
Honey,
Yeah.
are you there? Are you there?
Yes, babe. Yeah, babe.
What's going on?
I just wanted to apologize to you.
What's going on, sweetheart? Are you
I
not
did
feeling
it.
well? You did
No,
what?
I did it.
What?
I killed Abby. I killed Abby and Libby.
No, you.
It's crazy because he almost just says, I killed Abby. He's like, I killed Abby. But in order to say I killed Abby, well, then who the hell killed Libby? It's almost like a Freudian slip. I killed Abby. But then he says, I killed Abby and Libby.
You did
No,
what?
I did it.
What?
I killed Abby. I killed Abby and Libby.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't, Darren.
Yes, I did.
Don't
Yes,
say
I
I don't know
did.
why.
Yes,
No,
I
you
did.
didn't. No, you didn't, Darren.
Let's go to Jay Burns. Can't believe there are people out there that are so adamant about his innocence. I could see how someone might not be 100% convinced of his guilt, but come on. Well, really, what I think it is, Julia, is it has nothing to do with Rick. It has everything to do with the investigation. So these people that support Rick, they can't chew gum and walk at the same time. But I think they're half right because the investigation was probably corrupt. I think most counties, most states, most governments are corrupt to a certain degree, and some further to a degree, to an extent. So I think they're right. This was a horrible investigation. They did a really shitty job, and nobody held them accountable. That's what is fueling them. Is this mistrust in law enforcement, the overstepping, the violations of our constitutional rights, and they're right about all of that. But what they're missing is that that doesn't change anything about whether or not Rick is innocent or guilty. But then again, they're saying, well, even if this is the part that bothers me about most of them, they don't care if he's guilty or innocent. They're just saying he didn't get a fair trial, right? So they're like, I don't care if he's guilty or innocent. They didn't prove it. But in my opinion, they did. Regardless of the corruption, regardless of if you like Nick McClellan or if you think Judge Gold was in on it or if you believe they didn't let the Odinism in, I agree with all of that. Let it all in. They're all corrupt. The prosecution had to deliver a narrative. It was very fragile, right? There was no Kagan Klein. There was no Ron Logan. There was none of this. It was very fragile. It was this wobbly narrative. And he had to do his job using his experience as a defense attorney. He used all of that to get it done and to manipulate that jury. So fuck them, right? Fuck the cops. Fuck the police. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck the police. We don't give a shit about that. The fact that you have to look at the evidence, you have to conduct your own amateur investigation to at least grasp the fact that Rick was involved in this. The facts, everything. That's why I keep showing you all of this information. It's right there in front of you. Forget the cops. Forget how shitty they were. Forget that we're stuck with this horrible justice system. Put all of that aside and look at, let's say you were in charge. How are you going to conduct that investigation? How are you going to run Rick through the checks and balances? Because he's the number one suspect no matter what you do. No matter how you slice this thing, he is the number one guy. Even if you guys want to keep throwing Kelsey out there, right? Kelsey's involved. Well, then somehow she's involved with Rick, right? It's Odinism. Okay, well, somehow Rick is involved with these Odinists. It's Ron Logan. Okay, well, Ron and Rick are in on this together. It was Elvis Fields. Okay, well, Rick and Elvis must be buddies then.
You're not feeling well. There's something wrong. They've messed up your meds or something there.
No, I mean,
Yeah, they're mad at the man.
No, you didn't.
They're mad at the man, so they're not going to allow anybody to make Rick their poster boy, right? If you're holding up Rick in the air and saying, "This is our guy," nope, we don't believe you. We don't want him. We want to throw him back, and then we'll run him back through a different system. That's not how it works. You have to use your mind. You have to be able to separate different things, be able to chew gum and walk at the same time. The fact that that investigation was horrible, that's something that we all need to agree on, right? Just because you think, and it goes on the other side of the coin too, all these Rick Allen is guilty guys, which are the majority of my channel. Same thing goes. You can't just blindly support law enforcement because you are convinced that Rick is guilty. All you're doing is what prosecutors and dirty lawyers do all day is they sit there and bark and try to control narratives, right? Throw more pancakes with no syrup and no butter. So just because you think Rick is guilty doesn't mean you have to love law enforcement. And just because you hate law enforcement, it doesn't mean that Rick is innocent.
Why would you say that?
Because maybe I did.
No, you didn't, dear.
I think I did.
No, you didn't. They are screwing with you there. And
Absolutely.
I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
That might be too complex for some people to grasp.
They are messing with you. They are messing with your mind.
Did Dad tell you I called?
Yeah.
What did I say to him?
Let's go to Dave Sims. It's a good question. We've talked about this a few times. Can't understand why Rick Allen wouldn't tell all now. He was tried and found guilty. What would keep him from telling all? He confessed to a counselor, but never mentioned anyone else. Why? Well, for one, everybody that's supporting Rick is supporting him because he claims his innocence, right? They believe him, right? Here's my money. Here's my fandom. Here's my hybristophilia. Here's all of that crap, right? Here's my money. Here, there you go. Call me, write me back. As soon as he says I did that shit, they can't lie to themselves anymore. So he's going to lose a lot of that support. But most importantly, if he's equally involved and there's others involved, he can't tell the truth. Because if he tells the truth and he's equally involved with somebody else, that somebody else could potentially cause a lot of problems for his wife and his daughter, right? Maybe threaten them. And there could be more people involved even above the clients, right? Some reason they were motivated to commit this murder in broad daylight, go out to Las Vegas, do all this weird shit with burner phones. So I feel like there's something more going on to this. So he might be afraid.
I don't know. I talked to your mom, but she
there you
called
go.
me and was
Maybe
worried about you because there's something.
And even if
not
it's
right.
not true, that might be what his mind is thinking.
Dad?
No, honey, I'm not with them right now. And
oh, absolutely, Dave. One thing that I want to say about the Kleins, don't take my word for it, right? Don't ever take my word for anything. Do your own investigation. But I do want you guys to take note of law enforcement, the money that they spent, the fact that they took Kagan Klein into some secret meeting and they took him, as he's confessing, they took him to the crime scene. They took him to Delphi. He pulled them into the Delphi cemetery and he said, "This is where I was. I waited right here in a vehicle." He never said that he was in a red Jeep. And even if he did say he was in a red Jeep, he's lying, right? There's no way they planned this murder since July of 2026 and they brought their own vehicles. No, it's simple. You find somebody else's vehicle and you use your cell phone to establish an alibi. It's way too fucking easy for that to be done. And for that to have such an effect on law enforcement when they're trying to establish your alibi. They spent millions of dollars on a Wabash River search, millions of dollars investigating the Anthony Schatz, Richard Allen connection. When he was arrested and they did that press conference and they said, "We can't release the affidavit because we believe others involved." They were hoping that Rick would tell them, yes, the Kleins did it. But I believe And the reason I mainly believe this is because while Rick was confessing and clear minded, said that he's sorry for what he did to Abby and that he would like to give the families a Bible. He never apologized for what he did to Libby. And then also, you notice in one of his phone confessions, he says, I did it. And she says, what do you mean you did it? He says, I killed Abby. I killed Abby and Libby. Like he wants to tell the truth, but he can't tell the full truth of it all.
Something wrong. They're screwing with you there.
Yeah. So don't take my word for it. Law enforcement, they're the ones that believe Kagan Klein had something to do with it. And that's why the trial seems so rigged. And that's what I want people that are supporting Rick to understand is the reason that the prosecutor probably did rig the whole trial, everything was probably rigged in some way or another, even with the defense attorneys, was because they had to get Rick. They had to make sure that they got him. At the very least, they're getting Rick. That was their only goal. We got to get him because if we don't, we have no evidence on these other guys. If we don't have evidence on these other guys, that won't lead to anything else, right? It has to have like a chain of custody. It almost has to be connected in some way because it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
What do they say
Maybe
to Dad?
They have done something to your food or they've done something to your meds. There's something wrong.
Okay. Now we're listening to the Kathy that has gone through the Andy Baldwin, Bradley Rosie gauntlet, right? They've schooled her, they've trained her on what the game plan is and what to watch out for and how they're messing with Rick, right? They're poisoning his food. They're giving him Haldol and they're MK Ultraing him.
Don't you ever say you did anything because I know you didn't.
Because at this point, his attorneys basically went from defending him to defending Kathy. Kathy is really their client.
I think they did.
No, you didn't. Why would you say that?
Because I think I did.
No, you didn't. You know you didn't.
So remember how triggered Rick was when his mom brought up Kathy, right? He stopped crying. He stopped talking about the Bible. All he wanted to do was try to get back and figure out how to call Kathy. So he's very distracted by that. So now he's trying to confess to that same woman that just the bringing up her name, he's triggered. And she's like, no, we're not going that route, right? We're not doing that. It's almost like at this point, she doesn't care if he did it or not. Like, I still don't want you to go to prison. Like, I can't bring the girls back. But according to Brad and Andy, like, we can get you off of this. I think we can get you off. So she starts preserving evidence and tries to help Rick from creating new evidence by hanging up on him, not letting him confess, trying to convince him that they're fucking with his food and his mind. So it's at this point that the person that means the most to him just won't allow him to confess anymore. If she would have just said, okay, tell me why you did it, I think everything would have been over right here. It would have been done.
I wish I could say I didn't. I don't know.
You don't know. See, exactly. There's something wrong. They're screwing with you. They're trying to get you to say things. They're trying to mess with your mind.
No, I deserve it, I guess.
No, but I can look for it. Let's see.
I just wish they would kill me or let me apologize to the families at least.
Dear. Don't talk anymore.
Don't talk anymore.
Okay?
I'm sure.
Oh, here it is.
Don't talk anymore. I need to get hold of somebody there.
Thank you for using GTL.
For English, press.
So Kathy hung up on him. He tried to confess. And then after he hung up, he talked to Dr. Walla and was like, I told you, she won't let me confess.
For English, press 1. For a collect call, press 0. For a debit call, press 1. Please enter your PIN number now. Your current
so this
balance
photograph,
is $18.
this photograph right here is from the 2018 presser. All right, you can see Randy Gravitt, you can see Anthony Greeno, and a couple of other like YouTubers that have kind of fallen off the map. And right around this time, they kind of look over in this area and they say, here's the guest of honor. So I was like, who are they talking about? They're not talking about Anthony Greeno. They're not talking about Randy. They're not talking about Libby's grandpa. Maybe they're talking about this guy peeking up over the cameras, this little shorty who looks like Rick with a fresh buzz cut. Now remember, the very next presser the next year was right across the street from Rick's home. And during that presser, they made everybody sign in with their first, last name, and their phone number for the very first time. Not only that, during that same presser, they said the killer could be in this room. Why would they think that? Are they just saying that to kind of help you understand what they mean by hiding in plain sight? Like he could be right here. Or were they saying that the killer could be in this room because he was at the last presser? I don't know. I mean, you can't see enough of the guy's face. Yeah, here it is right here. So you guys decide. There's Carrie. Looks like Carrie anyway. And then don't forget, right before they started the presser, they look over and on the hot mic catches it. They didn't say it over the mic. They whispered it to each other. Look, here's the guest of honor. Who the fuck are they talking about? Here's the guest of honor. Maybe Carrie. Could be Carrie. Right? They didn't have a good relationship with her. And she does seem to be somewhat in the back. He hasn't seen any information others were involved, but if any has any information to tell law enforcement. Yeah, I mean, they definitely believe it. They just couldn't prove it. Even Vito says that they did like this whole extensive investigation trying to connect Rick with Kagan Klein and his dad, and they just couldn't do it. That was his answer to did he believe anyone else was involved. Ah, shit. All right, guys, we're out of time. We'll spend the rest of the chat catching up. Let me close this down. Boston, too many coincidences. D, what's up? Watching from Chillicothe, Ohio. Shout out to Ohio. Shout out to Virginia. Big up, big up. Yeah, that's an interesting point, Tana. Usually, a false confession is just used as a tool for manipulation, right? I need to get out of this room. I need to change my environment. So, usually, when you have a false confession in an interrogation room, it's because they've had you cooped up in there for like 8-9 hours. No water, nothing to eat, no bathroom breaks. They make you feel like you can't make a phone call. And then you get to the point where you're just like, if I just get out of this room, I'll get an attorney and I'll tell them what happened to me. So then you say, oh, well, I did it. Because once I confess to you, you guys are going to take me into another room and I get a phone call. Then I'm going to tell them what you did to me. But it doesn't work that way. Now they have a confession on top of all of the things that they had prior to that, which really isn't nothing because they would have already arrested you. But now they have the confession and all of those things, and you look like a guilty person. And you can end up getting the fucking gas chamber or the lethal injection. Yeah, the press conference. You could throw a rock and hit Rick's house from that press conference. It's almost like they chose that spot so that he would be there. Guest of honor. Yeah, maybe I can find that. Let's see. 2018 Delphi presser guest of honor. I know I did a video on it, but I don't have time to go find it. Go to, if you guys want to find it on your own, what you're looking for is a version of the 2018 presser where somebody was kind of out in the crowd and they were filming early, right? Instead of filming when they said, all right, let's go. This news agency was filming early and was catching the hot mic. It's pretty easy to find. Maybe I'll find it and save it for the next time we go live on the Delphi case. Did you know about Rick during the press conference in terms of the guest of honor comment? No. I always thought they were talking about somebody over here. You know, we had Anthony Greeno that was there. There was like a bunch of people that were covering the case that were kind of making some noise about it. So I thought maybe they were talking about Anthony Greeno or talking about Carrie. If anything, they were talking about Carrie, right? Most press conferences are for the family members, and they really didn't get along with Carrie. So maybe they were kind of being sarcastic. Here's the guest of honor. But I don't know. I did find Rick because I was looking for the guest of honor. Or I didn't find Rick, but I went back to that photo after the arrest of Rick, and then I found him. It's good to go back. That's why we're constantly going back, listening to these interviews, getting new details, new facts. Because we go through it and we dismiss a lot. It doesn't seem like it means anything. So we just kind of throw it to the wayside. He passed away a few years ago. Don't know if his vids are still up, but he appeared to have known the girls were talking to somebody online. I always thought it was weird. Shit, could be. That's Bones Nebergall, Miss JoJo. Yeah, I'll find it. I probably have it. We'll see. Yeah, shout out to Hoosier the Bruiser, my guy. That's my dude. Rest in peace. Yeah, thanks for participating. Yeah, it makes you wonder. We know that the lost tip was bullshit. All right, guys, that's it. Replay crew, sorry that we missed you, but you know exactly what to do. Leave a comment. We'll get back to you. Big shout out to everybody who caught the live stream. Thanks for hanging out. And all of you who were participating in the chat, I appreciate that. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way out. Consider becoming a member. Go get your hands on the merch. We're sending some out probably on Saturday. Shout out to all of you who picked up some merch. Thank you. The rest of you, help me move this merch. Get rid of it. Let's get rid of the merch. If you guys need to get a hold of me, sleuthintuition@gmail.com. And I'll catch you on the next one. Be there or be square. Peace.